Hello everybody, it's your boy Mindley, YouTube's most skillish gamer. Welcome back to another episode of Reverse 1999 Update 2.2 Tristes Tropiques. Now, last time we left off, we completed episode or parts 8, 9, and 10. And in this episode today, we are going to be going straight into parts 11, 12, and 13. I have actually forgotten what the story was about because it's been a while, but you know, you guys can go back and watch those videos. I'm probably not going to. I'm just here to record them for your enjoyment. Let's top up our energy. I was doing a bit of farming before this episode. Okay, that should be more than enough. Let's just jump straight into chapter 8, part 11. This is the correct way to pronounce it is San Paulo, right? San, not Sao. San Paulo Bossa Nova. He dispenses justice San Paulo style.
You're a clever one, viejo. I like working with your type.
Much appreciated. I've tried to pick up a thing or two over the years.
You've had plenty of time to learn, a man of your age. By the way, what about that girl? Where'd she go?
Dunno. Maybe got scared away. You know how little rich girls are. I'm certain she's found her way back to her daddy's bodyguards. She'll be no cause for concern.
Fine. No need to worry about this spoiled little girl. Now this bastard, on the other hand.
Leave the boy be. He's not got much time left if he doesn't give up those names. Hot enough out here? Luckily, I've got a bit of vino left. You a fan of wine, Senor Marcando? I'll fetch some for us, and all the brothers and sisters here. Let's drink to the Brotherhood and the opportunities that lie ahead.
You old fox, I see your game. But why not? We could all use a drink.
You, over there! Keep a watch on this guy. Don't let him get away. Finally.
Duncan, you nearly had me there. When did you plan all this?
I've had it brewing for a while, but things have been changing fast lately. Honestly, I didn't expect to be doing this now.
There's enough snoring syrup in the wine now to put them all in a dreamy, deep sleep. Oh, but might it have had a stronger effect if I had included a dash of slumber belladonna in the recipe?
This will be more than enough, little lady. We only need to get them to drink the wine. Then...
Oh, then you must drink this. Just a drop. It will stay on your tongue and prickle around in your mouth. That way you won't drift off like the others. I've concocted much tastier potions before, but this one...
It'll do just fine. Thank you, little lady. Pass me the wine and wait for my signal. When you hear me playing this flute, you'll know it's time to strike. The wine's here, courtesy of an old friend from Mexico. Take a glass, everyone.
Here's to his reverence's good health.
To his reverence's health.
To Marcando, to the Invincible Brotherhood.
To Marcando!
Duncan, that's your flute. Give it over. This is a fine flute. Duncan, did you said that you got a friend in Mexico, huh? You know that old Mexican song, La Llorona?
That I do! I learned it from the best! In the cactus back in Tulum. From a fine young lady with silky hair and gentle eyes as dark as coffee.
Claro. So, how fine was this chica, huh?
Don't let me start spinning that yarn. It'll be no fun for you to watch an old man bursting into tears. I'll only say I was heartbroken by the time I left. That love of mine. Anyway, enough about the old flames of yesterday. Let's raise a glass to a better tomorrow.
To poor old Duncan.
To poor old Duncan.
It's time.
Good. Good music. Who are you?
Okay, dokie, let's fight. What are we gonna do? Be apparently drunk as Duncan. Oh, okay. Recommended is beast, and we're going to be fighting all these random assassins. Why did I even bother? These are not. It's not boss stage, so why would I even bother?
Come together.
Okay, so
to conquer this great weight.
in case you've been living under a rock, and this is like the 4th episode you guys are watching, enemies basically have the mechanic of precision and uncanny, uncanny agility, dodging any non-ultimate attacks. That is perfectly fine because all you need to do is either A, cast the rightmost spell. See, oh wait, what the hell happened there? Hold on. To cast, okay, so these spells have been marked as precision. These spells that when they are moved to the right basically means that they will land attack. So I'm just gonna demonstrate for now. This is not gonna do anything because it's a buff. Let me erase that attack. And now this one will not, this one will land a hit instead of them dodging, even though it's a non-ultimate attack. So dodge. And then it will dodge this one as well. And then this one will not be dodged. Yep. Basically, some attacks have been turned into precise attacks, but they need to be converted into the precision status by shifting them to the right. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with these because this is an awful hand. I'm gonna reshuffle. This is equally awful, but not as bad. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna.
Please, I know how to use it.
Of course, another technique is to just rush towards ultimate, which you can do very easily with someone like Marcus.
For too long. Aim and shoot.
And I'm gonna do exactly that. So they're gonna dodge all the attacks. Doesn't really matter to me.
Eliminate target.
Because next round is only a 1-round buff from them. They will lose their dodge. Again, not that it matters because right now Marcus will step in and then blow them all into smithereens. Let me buff my Marcus real quick. I don't know why I explained that. I mean, it's kind of obvious as well. At the previous few episodes. This mechanic really isn't that difficult to deal with. I wasn't expecting them to survive though, which is kind of funny. Okay.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
And Lucy will follow up again. Wonderful, we cleared it within 3 rounds. Super easy.
Come back. I need your feedback on our session.
Lopera! Galeno! Come on, give me a hand!
Pinche traidor!
Time to cash you out.
You'll be begging for Lord Santo's mercy.
Be reasonable, kid! The Brotherhood is finished! Your time's up! Don't let them slip away!
Mr. Carson, but you...
Let me.
Think you can handle this?
Yeah, I've got it. For the favela, the Brotherhood must go!
Sorry to put you through all that, kid.
Don't mention it. If this means we can get rid of them for good, it'll all be worth it. So what's next?
Next, Zeno will come around to pick you up. But first, we've got to get back to the veterans' residence.
No, senor. One of you has to stay. The people need to see you, or they'll worry that you've deserted us.
I can make it there on my own. Stay with them, Duncan.
And me! I've seen there are many sick children here in the favela. I'm certain that I could do something to help them.
I'm not sure it's a good idea, Sotheby. The favelas can be dangerous if you don't know them.
The brave young lady can stay with me if she likes. I'll keep her safe. What do you say to that, little lady?
Miss Sotheby is never afraid.
It's decided then. Lopera, head for the veterans' residence. Tell them what happened and contact Admiral Igor from there. Galeno! You've done us proud, kid. If I were king, I'd have made you a knight. Who knows? Maybe the little lady could do that for us. But first, young Galeno, we'll seek another deed worthy of knighthood. It's time we fight for our people.
It's honestly good to see more of Sotheby. I really, yeah, we've been giving a lot of focus to Matilda. Matilda was in, what's it called? Floyd to the Golden City, and also the Mopang adventure. And then we had Lilia. Lilia's appeared a lot. She was there in the Verinsum event. She was there on the Apeiron event, which was chapter 6. And then she also was there for the Route 77 event. So she really pops up a lot. Anyway, I mean, I like Lilia, don't get me wrong, but it's nice to give Sotheby some love. An ordinary-looking wench bursting with stories and the marks of time, just like the old craftsman it belongs to. This is probably Mr. Duncan's trace, or his extra clue, right? I just need one more to unlock the full story, Mr. Duncan's path. Okay, moving on to part 12. So chapter 8, part 12, Silent Night, Holy Night. We can see our good friend Vertin is back. We hear the song every night we bid the day farewell. Wishing you peace, my dear.
You ever been to a veteran's residence? Not many young faces there, besides Lopera. As far as the doc goes, doubtful anyone knows her real age. And even the saltiest sailor knows better than to ask a lady her age. Ooh, I see that joke missed the bow, so to speak.
No. It wasn't a bad joke at all. Really.
Aye. Thanks for the kind words, lass. But best to leave old Flotsam where it lies.
Have you been feeling this sweet young lady's head with your tall tails, Shippy?
Sorry to show up without proper notice.
Oh, don't worry about it. Any friend of Lopera is a friend of ours. Oh, if you'd come a couple of days earlier, we would have introduced you to Senor Duncan and Dr. Doris. But they've not been around in a while.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to meeting them. Hopefully we'll see them soon.
You know, I knew a girl who looked just like her, a caregiver here way back in the 60s. Back when this place was called Heartfelt Home. But it can't be her now, can it? Besides, I'm old now, and my memory is a bit fuzzier than it used to be.
May I see Dr. Doris's room?
She wouldn't mind, but please be careful not to move anything. It's that one over there, dear. She never locks the door.
you fluffy rapscallion! I'll have your tail, you hear me?
Do be careful, Miss Kimberly.
How did that happen? And how long have you been standing there?
Just a little while. Funny, I've never thought to open a door like that before. Come along, let's take a peek inside.
What's this red button on the chair? Good for nothing.
These must be articles that she hasn't sent out yet.
She's a good woman. And her room smells like a good woman's room. You don't find many of those around these days.
What makes you say so?
Well, firstly, she did save your life. And secondly, it's hard to explain. Good people have a smell. A pleasant one. My nose has never been wrong. Burton.
We'll bring her home safely.
This typewriter seems like it's seen a lot of use.
Do you see any drafts? Any samples?
I can't say. I'm not very familiar with these things. Take a look. She signed something here. But I thought her name was Doris.
Mariana!
Awesome. And there's something else for us to do, I see. Silent Night, Holy Night. Oh, two things. This is the step, isn't it? The path. Those pristine wings, however, could never even fly across. Never ever fly across the riverbank. That was not never even. That's never ever. Oh, that's all I needed. What's this then? A battle? Yeah, it's a battle, isn't it? I can't be bothered. Who are we? I think Dr. Doris? No. Anjo Nala. That I cannot see right now. Okay. Moving on to number 13, chapter 8, number 13. Botto Cor de Rosa. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Light a candle in memory of the departed.
more visitors.
Thank goodness. You survived too. What about Sotheby? Oh, something happened in the favela earlier, so she decided to stay there. Don't worry, Duncan's with her.
We've got bad news. Dr. Doras has been abducted by the Brotherhood.
What? Idiotas! What's wrong with them? Ugh, guess I'll call the base. Mi viejo will figure something out.
Think me, Lopera! I thought you'd been sent to Davy Jones' locker.
Why did you think that? I'm tougher than the stubble on the chins of the old geezers here. I'm like you, a ship that'll never sink. Timekeeper? Who's that over there? Kimberly? Did mi viejo let you go? Oh, Timekeeper, let me explain. When we were routing out the deserters, we found Kimberly hanging out with the Manus thugs. Pa took her off somewhere, and he always has a plan, so I didn't bother asking where she ended up. Hey, come over here and say hi. When did Pa let you go? Or did you sneak out somehow?
I think, Miss Kimberly, didn't you pull me out of the water?
How did you know?
Shortly after my fever subsided, I started to remember what happened just before I lost consciousness. There was a voice ringing in my head. It was you calling out to me.
Vertin, I can't have you dying here. You mustn't give up.
What? I did not say that. I just took you to the doctor and left.
Aye, 'tis true what Vertin says. Though Kimberly denies it, she chose to save her. Even when she had plenty of chances to blow the lass down. She's a good lass at heart. Not an enemy, Lopera.
You have to understand, it's pretty hard not to suspect someone who hangs around with the Manus. Anyway, I guess there must have been some kind of misunderstanding. Back then, I didn't have time to... In any case, I'm sorry, Kimberly.
It's fine, but don't think I'll forgive you so easily. Speaking of the Manus and the Brotherhood, I never quite understood what they were trying to do.
I don't blame you. I still don't really get it either. So you're really not in the same boat as them.
Of course not. I don't have a boat. No, I mean, I'm not in any boat with anyone. If only I'd found my...
Listen, I don't know who it is you're looking for,
But it's not me. I've already told you everything I know. If I'm not welcome here, I'll get out of your way. Just... please, don't take me back to that place. I don't want to see that thing ever again.
All right, girls. If you want to have a chat, at least take a seat first. It simply won't do to have you all standing around the entrance like this.
Eating candy is bad for your teeth, Bobo.
Oh, I'm much too old to worry about that. When you reach my age and just waking up each day is a blessing, you'll eat whatever you want, too.
Mamai Mariana, could I have a word with you, please? I have some questions about Mr. Duncan.
Oh, Duncan. What kind of trouble has he stirred up now? All right, then. Why don't we head inside and give those two some space? And Lopera, apologize to that poor girl properly. You hear?
Mi viejo released you, which means you can't be trusted. And you saved Verton's life too. I guess I shouldn't have been so hostile towards you. Here, have a drink. As a token of my apology. Salvadoran coffee. Great if you need to pull an all-nighter.
So bitter!
Yep, bitter like the old days. You know, back in Colombia, my father did horrible things to his plantation workers. Well, my biological father, not Igor. He said, "No, that's not the sound of gunfire outside. The workers are setting off fireworks. They're celebrating." But they weren't fireworks. He betrayed his workers, his compatriots. It wasn't a celebration. It was a massacre. After that, I ran away from home. One day, the Admiral and Molly found me. That's how I joined Xeno. Betrayal's as common as dirt here. Comrades, friends, family, anyone could sell you out. And for cheap, too. I hope you can find your boat soon. You know, a place where people have your back.
Can I not drink this?
Of course. Don't force yourself. I know the taste isn't for everyone. Carlota Lopez Rivera. That's my full name. Bit of a mouthful, huh? I wanted to erase it from my profile. From everywhere, to be honest. But mi viejo disapproved. Molly agreed with him. She said, "You mustn't forget your past, Beta." So I let it go. But Lopera sounds so much nicer, so I preferred to go by that. And you, Kimberly? What's your real name?
Nala. Nalahari. The residents of Heartfelt Home called me Anjo Nala.
How long ago did Mr. Duncan move here? Do you remember?
It must have been 5, maybe 6 years ago. I'm not entirely sure.
Do you have any photos of him?
We do have one, but he's been gathering dust for years. Let me see. Here. This is him.
I know a gentleman who looked just like him. His name was Carson. Did Mr. Duncan ever go by that name?
No, not that any of us are aware of anyway. And I've known him since I was a medic in the army. Back then, people called him Duncan the Dauntless, or the all-powerful Duncan. I never once heard Carson or anything of the like. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, miña querida.
A crow?
Oh dear, this looks like bad news.
Santos. Dr. Doras is being held captive in the Colonel's manor. He's given us 3 days. He says that if Zeno doesn't return the deserters they detained, he'll execute the doctor. Mamai Mariana, please contact Admiral Igor. We need Zeno's help.
Oh, that was fun. Also, I just realized it's been a lot of cutscenes so far, right? Yeah. 11 was an actual fight. 12, 13 are both cutscenes, and now 14 will also be a cutscene. Oh, I'm actually gonna get the musical, like the track for. Get one of the tracks. How many tracks are there in total? There's one from the store that I just bought, right here. Yeah, this one. I just bought it earlier, and now there's another track. And let's just watch this and get the track, and I think that I'll call it a day afterwards. So, moving on to Chapter 8, Part 14, The Sleepless Man. Now the die is cast.
Ah, Igor. How are things in San Paulo?
Worse than expected. I have a small number of troops with me. but not enough to deal with the situation. Things have gotten out of hand. At least one of the Apostles' Brotherhood leaders has pledged allegiance to the Menace.
Brotherhood. These new gangs just keep popping up, don't they? It's like cutting down sugarcane. Before you know it, another one's grown in its place.
Carlos has been murdered by his own subordinates. Even now, some of the deserters are with the Brotherhood.
Did you catch them?
Some have already been executed. The rest will be transferred to headquarters for interrogation.
Good. What assistance do you require, comrade?
An army. A reliable one.
An army? I'm afraid that's not possible. We simply don't have the men to spare.
It doesn't need to be large. Just dispatch my Sentinel unit from Buenos Aires to São Paulo. Or, at the very least, Saint Ptolemy.
Ptolemy? Ah, one of your orphan children. That seems like a feasible solution.
Yes. His parents died fighting for Zeno. All my children are loyal to a fault. Officer Carlos was shot in the head by one of his own men in this very office. I need soldiers I can trust.
Ah, so the fearless Igor is afraid of death after all.
An officer was killed by his own soldiers at his own base. This is an immense stain on Zeno's honor.
Indeed. If everything goes according to plan, you'll see your unit shortly.
Now it's just a matter of time. Я видел ястреба, что гнался за голубкой, и бога солнца, который туго натягивал свою золотую тетиву. Я наблюдал, как приветствовали деревянного коня на наших землях, и как из священного фонтана текла кровь птенцов. Да. Но человек с решительным умом и гордостью знает, что его город выстоит, его стены будут крепки, и он будет непоколебим, как ядро земли. Какой грех! Жребий брошен. Белый саван покроет его, и он будет окутан мраком. Это все для светлого будущего. Лучшее будущее для всех.
Admiral.
Come in.
Yesterday, we received word from the Timekeeper that Dr. Torres has been abducted by the Apostles' Brotherhood. She should be coordinating with Lopera to set up a rescue operation as we speak. Also, that girl who escaped, Kimberly, is with the Timekeeper. She claims that she was released.
Just play along with your lie. There's no need to tell Lopera the truth.
The Brotherhood has demanded that we exchange the detained deserters for the Doctor. Forgive me for issuing instructions without your consent, but if we refuse or ignore them, I'm afraid they'll
execute the Doctor. What arrangements did you make?
I told the Timekeeper that Xeno reinforcements would meet her at the veteran's residence. Since Lopera is familiar with the place, I also asked her to scout out the rendezvous location. And yes, I played along with Kimberly's lie. I assumed you would have done the same, Father.
Very good. Your squad will soon arrive. Take them to Lopera at the rendezvous point and bring the Doctor back.
A squad?
I have spoken with headquarters. All going well. Telemi and the unit will arrive soon.
I see. I can hardly remember the last time we were all together.
Your father died in Abadan. In a war he had no obligation to fight in.
It's far more glorious to die in the throes of battle than to wither away on a sick bed. He made an honorable sacrifice.
How shameful that we would tarnish his honor. Let's begin with that young pilot, Lilia. Tell me, what do you think of her?
She's well-trained, experienced, a straight shooter, similar to Lopera in many ways.
She's a true Slav, just like my brothers and sisters back home. I suppose she's luckier than Lopera, not destined to become a traitor like her.
Lopera is still a child, really.
So many lives have been lost. In wars, in the storm. What do you think Lopera will do?
She's your child, just like me. I think she will stand with us.
You think? Do you? Anyway, she's not important. Here, take a look at this. I will not wear it. Nor will you. I promise you, not one of us will wear this thing. The preacher has given us a gift and shared with us an oracle. We will bring her something in return. Fire and brimstone rained down from heaven. Yet among the ruins were covered the remnants of a miracle. A miracle that is living, breathing, and growing. I can sense their life force. I can hear their whispers from within these ashes. Moldir, they are invincible. Rather than endlessly throwing young soldiers' lives to the white stone house, I choose to stand with the true future.
I will always stand with you, Father.
Okay, looks like we're about to have ourselves a confrontation. And I got my wonderful, wonderful track. Oh, come on. Okay, we'll listen to this guy, and then we'll end the episode here.
A gambling game's been set up in a place unfamiliar to you. Soon, you'll be invited to join the table as well. Huh. You seem to have grown quite assertive. But remember this. As a newcomer to the table, you have no privilege to make demands or probe for information unless you're looking to be targeted and isolated. You have to lose a few rounds. Pay your entry fee. Only then can you start to learn the secrets of those at the table. The players' backgrounds, the dealers' habits, and the truth behind the highest stakes gambler. It's baffling to me. Why would anyone travel halfway across the world just to throw away their money? Disappointing indeed. To think you're entangled in such empty words. Some are so captivated by these grandiose phrases that they feel empowered when using them. Despite their vapidity, it makes them feel important. Hypocritical. Delusional even. Oh, quite the opposite. The odds are rarely equal. Your opponents could have any number of advantages stuffed up their sleeves. A larger stack of chips, easier winning conditions, or even the power to change the rules. Want a fair game? You've got to fight for it. By any means necessary. The white suits always play it safe, carefully hedging their bets, while the black robes plot to overturn the table. Clever? More like cretinous and atrocious. Once the table's flipped, there'll be nothing but chaos. Who would bother to set it right again? No one.
Okay, admittedly, this guy actually isn't as awful as the first or second guy. Or the first old man and the old lady. Okay, but anyway, that's it for today's episode of Reverse 1999, Update 2.2, Tristes Tropiques. Hope you all enjoyed this. This is a bit of a special one because we had 4 episodes this time around. 4 parts. I keep mixing up parts and episodes. I need to get the terminology better. Otherwise, you guys might get confused. But yeah, so the next time we see each other again, I'll be going through part 15, 16, and 17. Maybe even 18 if there are really that many cutscenes. But from the missions, let's claim the missions. It seems like that's not the case because 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, these are all going to be battles. So that's it for this episode. Hope to see you guys soon again. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. And peace out.